You have a phone full of contacts, a group chat that never stops, maybe even thousands of followers, and somehow you still have nobody to call when things actually go wrong. This isn't a you problem. Nobody teaches you how friendship actually works. Not school, not your parents, not any self-help book that just tells you to put yourself out there. Because friendship isn't about being likable. It's not about being confident or funny or interesting. It's about something much simpler and much more specific. And once you understand it, the whole thing starts to make sense. In the 1950s, a researcher named Leon Festinger studied friendships inside a student housing complex at MIT. He wanted to know what made people become close friends. Was it shared interests, personality, similar backgrounds? It was proximity. The people who became closest friends were simply the ones who crossed paths most often. Same hallway, same staircase, same mailbox. That's it. Psychologists call this the propinquity effect. The more you see someone, the more you like them. Not because you're getting to know them better, but because familiarity itself creates trust. Your brain sees a familiar face and thinks, safe, known, good. This is why school friendships form so fast and feel so deep. School didn't teach you math and accidentally create your best friends. School forced repeated exposure, shared suffering, unplanned time together. It was basically a friendship factory running in the background without anyone realizing it. Then you graduated. Researcher Jeffrey Hall spent years studying exactly how much time friendship actually takes. His findings are uncomfortable. You need around 50 hours with someone before they become a casual friend. 90 hours for a real friendship. Over 200 hours to build something genuinely close. Most adults expect deep friendship after 2 coffees and a few DMs. That's not how the math works. And adult life makes accumulating those hours almost impossible. Because between work, commuting, relationships, exhaustion, and the 17 things you said you'd do last month, friendship quietly drops to the bottom of the list. Not because you stopped caring, because nobody told you it required this much time, and nobody built any systems to help you get there. Here's something social media never tells you. You can see someone every single day, react to their stories, send memes, be in their group chat. Social media creates what researchers call fake social fullness. You feel socially fed, but you're still starving. And even when you do show up in person, there's this. Research found that simply having a phone visible on the table, face down, silent, not even touched, reduces emotional closeness and conversation quality. Because part of your brain is always waiting for the interruption, remote work made it worse. Old offices accidentally created hallway conversations, lunch friendships, shared complaints about the coffee machine. Completely unproductive, completely essential. Remote work optimized all of that away. You now attend meetings like a loading screen. And then there's entertainment. Your grandparents formed friendships partly because there were only 3 TV channels and boredom was inevitable. Boredom used to push people toward each other. Now boredom gets eliminated in 4 seconds. So the push disappears. The worst advice about friendship is also the most common. Just be more social. Put yourself out there. Being social and building real friendship are completely different things. You can go to 50 networking events and come home lonelier than before. Because networking is performative. Everyone is presenting the best version of themselves. Real friendship needs the worst version sometimes. And then there's the myth that destroys more friendships than anything else. Quality over quantity sounds wise. It's half true. Because research shows you actually need quantity to get quality. You need a lot of weak interactions before a few strong friendships emerge. Cutting yourself off from quantity in search of quality is like refusing to plant seeds because you only want flowers. Here's the one that hits hardest. Some people know everyone, get invited everywhere, are genuinely fun to be around, and still have nobody they'd call during a real crisis. Being socially admired is not the same as being deeply known. You can be surrounded by people who enjoy your company and still be completely invisible to all of them. Men especially struggle here. Because male friendships are often built around activities, not emotions. Which means the friendship exists only when the activity does. Take away the game, the gym, the group chat. And there's nothing underneath. Here's what nobody teaches you about actually building real friendships as an adult. It doesn't happen from one great conversation. It doesn't happen from being impressive. It happens from showing up repeatedly in low-pressure situations until closeness builds by itself. Tip 1. Consistency beats intensity every time. One deep conversation does less for friendship than 10 ordinary ones over time. Pick one place and show up consistently. Same gym class, same cafe, same sports league, same hobby group, not random one-off events. Repeated low-pressure exposure is the engine. Tip 2. Recreate what school did accidentally. The goal is unplanned time together. These tiny moments are where real friendship lives, not in scheduled dinners where you both perform your best selves. In the accidental, boring, ordinary moments in between. Tip 3. Ask slightly better questions. Not therapy, not interrogation, just less scripted. Surface conversation keeps people at surface level. One slightly deeper question changes the entire interaction, because vulnerability creates closeness faster than anything else. Researcher Brené Brown spent decades proving this. People bond through honest disclosure, not impressive presentation. Tip 4. Become the person who organizes things. This is the most underrated friendship hack that exists. Most people want social connection. Almost nobody initiates it. The person who organizes becomes the center of every group automatically. You don't need to be the most interesting person in the room. You need to be the person who booked the room. Tip 5. Do hard things together. Humans bond insanely fast through shared difficulty. This is why military friendships, startup teams, and travel companions often become lifelong bonds. Shared struggle compresses the 200 hours faster than almost anything else. Find something hard and do it with someone. Tip 6. When you're with someone, actually be with them. Not phone face down on the table. Phone in your pocket, or better, in your bag. The research is clear. Phone visible. Shallower conversation, less closeness. Phone gone. People talk longer, go deeper, feel more connected. It sounds obvious. Almost nobody does it. Real friendship is not magic. It's not chemistry, it's not finding your tribe or meeting the right people at the right time. It's 200 hours, accumulated slowly, quietly, mostly in ordinary moments that don't feel like anything. Modern life didn't just make friendship harder. It quietly dismantled every system that used to build it automatically, and then told you the problem was your personality. Pick one place. Show up consistently. Ask one better question. Invite someone to something small. That's it. That's the thing nobody teaches you. Subscribe if this helped. Or don't. Either way, go text someone you've been meaning to text for 3 months. You know who.